You are here to execute. Execution does not care about mood. Execution does not ask for confidence. Execution moves whether you feel ready or not. That is the difference. You do not need motivation. Most people wait for alignment. Motivation is for people who are still negotiating with themselves. Most people wait to feel strong. Most people wait to feel certain. Winners decide first. Everything else follows. Decision removes friction. Once the decision is made, there is nothing left to discuss. You wake up, you move, you finish. No debate. The reason most lives stay small is because most people keep reopening decisions. They decide today, they renegotiate tomorrow. That cycle kills momentum. Ruthless execution means once you choose a direction, you do not revisit it emotionally. You obey the direction. Obedience to your own standard is power. Emotion is unstable. Standards are permanent. People who rely on emotion start strong and later disappear. People who rely on standards look slow in the beginning and unstoppable later. Execution is boring. That is why it works. There is no drama in repetition, no applause in consistency, no excitement in showing up daily, and that is exactly why few do it. The world rewards what is rare. Talent is common, ideas are common, intensity is common, reliability is rare. Reliability creates leverage. If you execute daily, you remove luck from the equation. Luck is for people without systems. Systems win. Plans win. You do not rise by thinking harder, you rise by reducing choices. Too many options create paralysis. Clear orders create speed. Tell yourself exactly what happens every day, then follow it without emotion. That is discipline. Discipline is not punishment, it is direction without negotiation. The moment you stop negotiating with yourself, energy returns. Most people are exhausted not because they work hard, but because they argue internally all day. Indecision drains more energy than action ever will. Decide once, execute repeatedly. This is how momentum is built. Momentum is dangerous. Once momentum starts, stopping feels unnatural. Movement becomes default. That is when life shifts. Not because you changed emotionally, because your behavior became consistent. Consistency rewrites identity. You stop trying to be someone, you start operating as someone. This is real confidence. Confidence built on proofs. Proof created by action. Action repeated until doubt disappears. This is why ruthless execution is quiet. No announcements, no explanations, no updates, just output. People who talk about plans feel productive. People who execute become productive. The gap widens silently day by day, week by week, until catching up is no longer possible. This is how dominance actually forms, not by force, but by accumulation. Every completed task strengthens authority over yourself. Self-authority changes posture, changes voice, changes presence. People feel it. They do not know why, but they respond differently towards you. That is execution. Execution removes insecurity. When you act, you stop seeking reassurance. Reassurance is for those unsure whether they will follow through. You already know because you have done it again and again. This is the advantage most never experience. They live in potential. You live in results. Results simplify life. You stop asking what to do next because the system already decided. You just execute. Mental space. Mental space goes into progress. This is why execution scales. Thinking does not scale. Motivation does not scale. Planning and execution scales. Build the system. Build the plan. Then disappear inside your plan. Let your actions speak. The world eventually listens. Ruthless execution also means you stop caring how long it takes. Urgency creates mistakes. Consistency creates inevitability. Inevitability is patient. It does not rush. It advances every single day. People quit when progress is invisible. Executors continue because they are not chasing feelings. They are honoring decisions. This is maturity. This is leadership. Leadership is not influence. It is example repeated daily. People follow patterns, not speeches. Be the pattern. Do not wait to feel powerful. Power is built by obeying your own rules. Makes the rules clear, then follow them without exception. That is ruthless. Ruthless does not mean aggressive. Ruthless means precise. Ruthless means no wasted energy, no wasted thought, no wasted movement, only forward execution. If you want a different life, stop asking how, decide what happens daily, and then execute your decision. Execute daily, execute again, again and again. The moment execution becomes automatic, you are no longer competing, you are operating on a different level. Others look for motivation, you look for completion. Others seek clarity, you create it by moving. Others hesitate, you execute. That gap is permanent because once identity locks in, there is no going back. This is not hype. This is the plan. This is the structure. Structure always wins. Execute today. Execute tomorrow. Execute when it is boring. That is how you win quietly. And when results show up, no explanation is needed. Because once execution becomes your default, you stop explaining yourself to the world. Explanation is weakness. Results or authority. You notice something change. People talk more around you. You talk less. They describe plans. You deliver outcomes. They seek reassurance. You seek completion. This shift is not cosmetic. It is order. You are no longer driven by emotion. You are driven by obligation to a standard. Standards do not care how tired you are. Standards do not care how busy you are. They exist to be obeyed. You have to obey these standards. This is where intimidation is born. Not from volume, not from aggression, from action. Certainty that you will do what you said. You will do what you said regardless of resistance. Resistance becomes irrelevant when execution is consistent. Life stops testing people who do not negotiate. Negotiation signals weakness. Clear action signals hierarchy. The world is built on hierarchy. Pretending otherwise is delusion. Those who execute sit above those who hesitate. Action creates gravity. Others adjust around you because you do not adjust around them. This is how power consolidates. You do not force dominance. You accumulate dominance. One completed task at a time. Cold execution removes emotion from decision making. Emotion clouds judgment. Judgment delays action. You act because it is scheduled. You finish because it is required. No internal conversation. This silence inside the mind is what most people never experience. Their thoughts never stop. Your thoughts are directed. Direction is dangerous. A directed mind wastes nothing. Every action feeds the objective. Every day compounds progress. This is why ruthless executors appear intimidating without trying. They are not reactive. They are not defensive. They do not explain delays. They do not justify absence. They simply continue to do the work. Continuity creates fear in undisciplined environments. Shoulders settle, movements slow, decisions sharpen. Nothing rattles someone who already accepted the cost. Acceptance removes fear. You chase greatness. You are constructing greatness brick by brick, day by day. No celebrations, no shortcuts. Just finish the work. Execute. Finish until one day your presence alone changes the environment. Your presence alone changes drama. Your presence alone changes surroundings. Move, finish, repeat.